Hello and welcome back to the Poetry Vlogs by Nitya. Today's video may not be sad, but man, the poem will definitely leave you in tears. I got 3 comments asking me to make a video on it, and of course I had to make one. This video, the amount of mental exhaustion I had because of this is never mind. It looks amazing to me now, and finally I wrote a poem I felt so proud of. So yeah, it was all worth it. Today's video is about detachment. Now, detachment is the ability to separate yourself from everything around you, whether situations, relationships, outcomes, or people. And no, detachment is not indifference. People often mix them or are just confused. Indifference is what we usually have for people whom we have never met. That's how I'd like to perceive it. Meaning we have no interest or involvement as if they don't even exist. Just like there are billions of people in the world and mostly we don't care about them, except for the handfuls we have in our lives. So detachment and indifference are two different things. Now, detachment also does not mean you don't care about anyone, which is another misconception about detachment. It's simple. I care about you and I've got empathy for you, but I'm not obsessing over it. I'm mindful, I'm aware, I have a clear picture of what it is and how it is, and I have a balanced perspective. Now, detachment is considered hard, and mind me, it is considered. It is not that hard. It principally comes from a lack of trust. We believe that if a person believes us or if this relationship will get over, then we won't be able to find the same connection ever again. We believe that whatever we have now is too good to be true and this is the best we can have. So we start attaching ourselves to this idea to a point where we are obsessive, like we have no clarity and we are just absorbing everything that is coming our way instead of observing. Most of the time, I feel that it's not the people that we get attached to, it's the way they make us feel. The way they make us feel seen or heard. It's the sensation that we get attached to instead of the person. Anyway, I wrote a poem from a perspective of a person who gets attached to a partner. Now, I wrote this on the basis of what I think about attachment. The person is scared, is often neglected, and just wants someone to have, and is scared of losing them. And the fear goes to a point where they are ready to sacrifice their individuality for the sake of continuing that relationship. Yep. And here it goes. Music! A deep-seated fear I nurtured my whole life, constantly on the lookout just to have someone to call mine. Disappointments were embellished on my ring. Disheartened, I studied my ribbed wing. At the golden hour, you knocked on my door. Always saying the right words at the right time. How could I even ask for more? Calm it was in the beginning. My tranquility was thwarted by the thought of you going. And then my wretched fate came alive once again. Our home was attacked by termites. The smoke of panic dimmed our light. My mind turned into a maze. And you were my prize. My individuality took the back seat, but it's okay. Divinity always asks for a sacrifice. You were always all ears, a disease you were infected by. It turned you against me, a cure it needed. Of course I inspected. A breach of privacy you shouted, privacy in love. I wondered aloud and then doubted. A happy abode, a voice in me sang at midnight. I saw how you ran. I looked at the wall, the termite, alive, thriving, where I witnessed yet another part of me dying. Okay, I really love this, and the fact that I've been trying to write this whole video for 2 days and have been really struggling to understand what my point of view is on this topic. It took me 2 days to understand what I wanted to convey and explain, but it took me literally less than 5 minutes to write this poem. I guess there is a reason why I love writing so much. Anyway, I want to add something else too, which is कि हम डर जाते हैं. Like किसी भी इंसान को उठा के किसी से भी पूछ लो, everybody has their own set of traumas, and except for a few, most of them becomes a puppet of the aftermath of their trauma, you know. हम इतने डरे हुए होते हैं ना कि whatever that comes our way, we try to protect it. And at some point, that protection is taken advantage of, and then it becomes suffocating. Detachment is so important. And to flourish in detachment, we need to trust ourselves. We need to be our own shining knight in the armor. We need to become that person for ourselves, so that when we fall, we can laugh at ourselves and then we'll proudly get up, because you know, ups and downs are the jewels of life. And to have that self belief, like, you know, no matter what, I'll always be there for me. In this way, you're not dependent on anyone for your emotional and mental well being. You trust yourself, and that is important, because the only person who will always be by your side is you. People, no matter how much you love them or how much they love you, they will eventually leave. Whether to circumstances, whether they don't function on the same vibrational energy as you, or to death. You have to let them go the same way they'll have to let you go. Life is, you know, I think people have like this tendency to believe that it's either doodh ka doodh or pani ka pani. And they think the same way with life, you know. Life is not either happy or sad. There is a fine line in between called bittersweet, and that's where it lives. So trust yourself. I know it's easier said than done, but every new thing you see first seems impossible, and then it becomes hard, and then you get used to it, and suddenly it's simple to do and achieve. And the last thing, yeah. I read the book Think Like a Monk by Jay Shetty in January or so, and in that book, there was this one thing that I instantly fell in love with, and it was that instead of saying I'm anxious, I am sad, I am happy, start saying I feel sad, I feel anxious, I feel happy. In this way, you'll feel the emotion, but the emotion and you will be a separate entity. You're not that emotion, it's something that you feel. You get the point, now? Because please do, because I'm too sleep deprived, and I feel like मैंने ना कहीं खिचड़ी बना दी है words की. I can be wrong, and I hope I'm wrong. Anyway, on that note, I'd like to end this video. If you found this video helpful, then hit the like button and comment down your views. I'd love to read them. Subscribe to the channel. I'll see you again in a couple of days. Till then, be amazing, get your shit together. I love you. Bye.